All right, we're here at Fantastic Fest 2012, the closing night here in Austin, Texas, at the Alamo Drafthouse for the world premiere of Red Dawn. In a moment, we're going to talk to the film stars, Josh Peck, Adrian Palicki.
This is war. You're fighting in your own backyard. You're fighting for your family.
We got new bad guys, we got a new cast, and it's kind of an ode to the original.
Well, what do we need to know about this one? Because people are big fans of the original, so some people are even apprehensive about this one.
It's understandable, anytime you're remaking something, you're going to have like the true diehard fans that are, holding on to everything that made it memorable and kind of magical for them growing up. And so I hope in many ways the movie sort of pays homage to that and the original movie. And then we were able to improve and utilize sort of all the special effects and action that we're capable of today.
What's going on?
What was it like finally getting to see this in front of an audience?
It was amazing to see it in front of an audience, but for me personally, it was amazing to see it at the Alamo Drafthouse.
I love it. The Alamo Drafthouse might have single-handedly ruined any other viewing experience in a movie theater.
True.
I mean, when I'm sitting there, well, especially because no matter what, I'm like, my heart's beating out of my chest when we're going to screen the movie, and it's like, you're so connected to it and have so much history. And the fact that in that moment I could be like, I'm going to need a vanilla milkshake, like now.
I was really proud of this movie and really excited for it, and it was a big disappointment when it wasn't coming out. So to actually have it be here is super exciting and a long time coming.
Well, what did you think of the original Red Dawn? Had you seen it before agreeing to do this?
I always knew it was a cult classic, and every guy I know, it's their favorite movie. But I hadn't seen it until I booked the part, and I was like, well, maybe I should finally see this movie. And I'm glad I did. It was amazing. But it's. I hope that we paid tribute to it on some level, but it's very different than the original.
I had read the script, and I just felt that particular time it would benefit me to not see the movie, because while we were paying homage to the original, it was sort of a new story that stood on its own. So I went through the whole process without watching it, and then finally I did. The day we finished shooting, I watched it that night and had the full Swayze, Jennifer Grey, Sheen experience.
Yes.
And I'll never be Sheen, man, but maybe I can be an all right Peck.
At the time of the original one, people were worried that there could be an invasion, and I know it might seem like less of a worry now, but did it make you stop and think about, wow, could this happen, and what would I do if it did happen? In some sense, not
in some sense, yes. Yeah, you do think about what would you do? You'd be stranded, you'd be stuck. Depending on who's coming after you, it could be a very scary experience.
Yeah. I'd be dead.
You just know that already.
Oh, yeah. It would be bad. Either I would give up or I would try to have one incredibly patriotic, courageous moment and, trip over an IED and it'd be all over.
Just make sure the cameras are rolling, right? You got to go out and...
It would be bad.
I just see you in slow motion.
I don't trust myself to save, anything.